She's a wonderful young lady that I've had the pleasure of knowing for like a year plus or so. Spent a lot of time in class with her and Kinsey and, you know, growing the kahunas needed to get up here on stage. She's a very delightful and talented performer. So please, if I may, introducing Sally Malden.
Now I gotta live up to that introduction. Yikes. So what is it with this wind? Could it be that the wind is in a hurry to get out of California to avoid being taxed? Or could it be because Utah sucks? Who knows? And what about the recent ranting and raving by Donald Trump? I'll tell you, I've developed a new disrespect for the guy. But I am a little disappointed that he's not going to be running for president. I was so looking forward to having fun with his campaign slogan. We shall overcome. And then there's Sarah Palin. You know, she doesn't have that fire in the belly, but she sure got a lot of air in the head. Speaking of head coverings, you know, around every year, the Kentucky Derby, and particularly this year with the royal wedding, hats are all the rage. I bought this little number for the royal wedding. The palace swears that my invitation got lost in the mail. So we have an extensive hat collection. So I went into it and picked out a few that, you know, since hats are the rage, I'm going to start wearing. This little number, this little number, I think that I'm going to have my eyes lifted to wear this appropriately. And then this little number, Mike, I'm going to have to wait and wear on my next safari, okay? And finally, here's one that I can use right away. And that would be my personally engraved hard hat. And that is handy if hecklers throw rotten fruit or whatever they might do. This one's going to serve me well. I'll tell you, I have discovered, since I've been getting older, and I am getting older, that maintaining your balance is so important. So I started going to a seniors exercise class. Well, when the instructor said, get down on your knees, I'm thinking, I haven't heard that in a long time. This is going to be more fun than I thought it was. Speaking of dating, in my single days, I dated a lot of attorneys. So in order to keep up with what they're doing, I read the Bar Journal every month, particularly the obituaries and the disciplinary actions. Last month I read that the guy who left a cigarette burn on my coffee table was disbarred for embezzling client funds. What a group. Speaking of intelligence, there's a lot of it in my family. I graduated summa cum laude. My sister graduated cum laude. My brother, bless his heart, graduated thank you laude. So what did you do to prepare for the end of the world that was supposed to happen on May 21st? You know, I've heard a lot of people cashed in their life savings and took Friday off to get ready for it. Well, the guy who made the prediction, he screwed up in '94, and he swears now that on May 21st, there was an invisible judgment that occurred. Invisible judgment? You know, now he says the real end of the world is going to come in 5 months on October 21st. Who can figure? Well, we're not paying any attention to that. We're continuing to spend our children's inheritance. And if everything goes as planned, the last check we write will bounce. Thank you.
Thank you, Sally. Delightful collection of hats. Makes me wonder what she does on the weekends.
I wander around with hats on.